sa update sa mga affected and restored power connections dahil sa Bagyong Christine. Ating alamin kasama si Antonio Almeda, Administrator ng National Electrification Administration. Ginoong Almeda, magandang tanghali po sa inyo.
Magandang tanghali, Nina, Asekwen, at sa lahat po ng nanonood sa atin ngayon.
Sa inyong assessment, ilang consumer connections po ang nai-report na apektado ng pananalasa ng Bagyong Christine? At ano po yung mga naging agarang hakbang para maibalik ang supply sa mga ito?
Yes, Nina, based on our data, a total of 2.1 million connections were affected by Typhoon Christine, distributed or that is to cover the 12 regions affected, no? Starting with Region 1, Region 2, Region 3, CAR, Region 4A, 4B, 5, 6, and the Negros region, including Region 8 and the Caraga. Now, since the landfall, ang NEA, together with our electric cooperative members of the Philippine Rural Electric Cooperative Association, which is PhilReca, kami po ay nakaugalian na pag may ganyang bagyo, naghahanda na ang nearby electric cooperatives that will help augment restoration, no? So restoration is still ongoing on the areas of Pangasinan, under the franchise area of Panelco 1, Batelec 1 in the areas of Nasugbu and Calatagan, Batangas, Aleco, Albay Electric Cooperative, Casoreco 2, covering the areas of Naga, and Casoreco 3, covering the area of Iriga in the Bicol region, Camsur. So far, we are already almost fully energized on most of the areas aside from these areas that I mentioned earlier. One thing that we made sure are that the critical services, which means the hospitals and the evacuation centers, are energized. The ports in Matnog and in Allen are energized, so transport of goods will be rendered accordingly. As we speak right now, in the areas of Pangasinan, 168 out of the 192 barangays were already energized. In Batangas, in Batelec 1, 76.2% of the connections were energized also. In Casoreco 2, in the areas of Naga, 76% of the household connections were energized. Although 60% of Naga, Nina, are 60% only in Naga are energized. 7 barangays are still flooded, and only large vehicles are allowed to pass. In Casoreco 3, in the areas of Iriga, in Camsur, energization rate is still low at 54% approximately, and manual shutdown is still being implemented in the flooded areas. In Albay, 62% of the household connections were already energized, and we expect that the task force kapatiran, meaning to say the augmentation implemented by the other co-ops, will help fast-track the full restoration. In Catanduanes, in the areas of Fiselco, 92% are already energized. Target completion rate is on October 30. In Ilocos Norte, INEC, 100% energization was already achieved. And so far, iyon, Nina, ang aming datos na may share sa inyo.
So sir, sa inyong assessment, nasa magkano na po ang naging damage sa mga electric cooperative power infrastructure? At paano po ang plano ninyong isaayos sa mga ito?
Normally, assessment will come in after full restoration. But we have initial data in these affected areas. It already runs more or less approximately at 50 million and counting. Kasi mahihirapan pang i-assess dun sa mga lugar na lubog pa sa tubig. But in any case, tuloy-tuloy naman ang aming pagtulong, pag-augment ng pagpapadala ng mga additional manpower, additional boom trucks to fully help the affected areas restore electricity.
Alright, siguro po ang tanong ngayon, Administrator, hanggang kailan po maghihintay yung ating mga kababayan na wala pa rin pong kuryente hanggang po sa ngayon?
In areas of Albay, we expect that we have about 40 teams already sent to the areas of Albay to augment the restoration. Of course, safety will be an issue here. Safety will be an issue here not unless and until mawala ang mga tubig to make sure na safe ang pagre-restore ng electricity. Yun lang ang magiging balakid sa atin, ano? But rest assured that all equipments, all distribution assets that will be used are already on standby.
All right, okay. So you mentioned po 2.1 million connections were affected. Ilan po households po kaya ito, Administrator?
So we're talking here of household connections, 2.1 million household connections.
All right.
And we are only down to 500,000 household connections that are waiting for restoration.
All right. And you mentioned some of the places and hopefully soon po, basta maayos yung mga safety measures po ninyo, ay mare-restore na po yung energy, yung kanilang kuryente po. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
So ano naman po yung mga contingency measures na inyong isinasagawa para naman sa paghahanda dito naman po sa susunod na bagyo, itong posibleng maging epekto naman po ng Typhoon Leon?
Yes, Nina, we are all getting ready for the effects of Typhoon Leon, specifically in the island of Batanes. Actually, Nina, hindi pa kami fully recover from the effects of that Super Typhoon Julian. As in fact, there are 7 teams in Batanes who are supposed to be sent off, meaning to say, tapos na ang kanilang trabaho sa restoration from the effects of Typhoon Julian. But I gave a directive that these 7 teams still remain in the island of Batanes waiting for the landfall of Typhoon Leon. At least pag dumating ang Leon, nandun na yung mga equipment na dala-dala ng mga 7 teams na to.
Alright. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Antonio Almeda, Administrator ng National Electrification Administration.
Thank you.